Yo, what's going on with YouTube? Jumpman Chris here. We're coming back at y'all with another vid, man. So we just got done with holiday season. We're now in the beginning of 2023, so we're excited for these future releases coming up. But I was looking back, since it is January, it's a very slow month for sneakers. And I was looking back like, man, there are some pretty good sneakers in 2022 that are like pretty underrated, going undervalued, or they're like going under retail. And I want to make this list that this is some shoes that people should probably keep on their radar. Looking at going back, in 2022, like these are some shoes that, hey, you might want to cop because the price is pretty low. There's not that much hype for it. Little underrated, still pretty nice and dope sneakers. Yeah, some of these shoes probably don't have a lot of hype. You know how things are nowadays, especially with sneakers nowadays. Shoes don't have crazy hype like it used to be in 2022 or 2020, right? In 2020 anymore. Like, it's not the days where everything used to resell. I know a lot of people are upset about those times, but now a lot of things are sitting. Things are going under retail, or like some shoes are just very undervalued, very underrated. So in no particular order, I decided to make this list here to, show off some shoes. At least 10 shoes that I think they're underrated, undervalued. You guys might want to look at it and like, hey, take this opportunity now while things are kind of slow. Might as well go ahead and get them if you guys can. Obviously, if you guys don't like them, don't buy them. But if, these are some shoes that I actually really like, and I actually have some in my collection, and I want to just share off to you guys. Starting off with the banger, which I think is really underrated. And some stores probably still have them sitting. Like, I went up to my JD Sports, they still have these pair in GS sizes sitting, which are the powder blue Air Jordan 1 Low OG. In my opinion, this is probably one of the better OG Air Jordan Lows that's out there. Some people say they don't like the lows or whatever. I actually like them. It's comfortable, it's cool, especially, whenever spring and summer comes around, especially for this shoe here. A lot of people want to call this the poor man's Travis Scott, but, to me, it's still a really nice, dope colorway. Love the color blocking, I love the materials, and you just can't go wrong with the Air Jordan 1 Low. So powder blue had to be on the list. Now, you guys can say Air Jordan 1s are kind of dying out, which I kind of do agree. Like, Air Jordan 1s is not as hyped what it used to be. I think Air Jordan 4 has taken over that. But there's still some good colorways out there that you guys might want to take a look at. The Heritage 1, man. I actually really like this color blocking. It does have that Travis Scott fragment color blocking and all. I think it's a dope colorway. These things are going under retail. The materials are actually pretty nice. I actually did a custom with my guy Daniel Graham Customs. Use my discount code JMK10 if you guys want the work done. He actually did this for me where he put the reverse swoosh on here to give it that whole Travis Scott look to it, which, hey, I think it's dope. It's a custom. I'm not trying to say these are Travis Scott or anything like that. It's just a custom work. I think it's nice, man, just because of color blocking and all that. But even if you guys did want to do the custom, the Heritage are actually pretty nice too as well. The whole white and red, I think it looks good, man. Materials is fine. I think these are actually pretty underrated. And there's a lot of collabs out there that are going under retail as well. Like, collabs is another thing. I always thought collabs were like the big hype, but a lot of collabs has been like hitting either under retail or at retail or not really doing any crazy numbers, but I still like them, which I gotta point out, the Soulfly 13s. Hey, I love 13s. If you guys didn't know, 13s is what I grew up on. It is one of my favorite silhouettes, models of Jordan. That's how I grew up on. And when I found out that Soulfly was doing a collab of 13s, and with this colorway and the inspiration from Michael Jordan's boat, I had to get these things. And I was actually able to finally get my size. And these things, I must say, are pretty freaking nice. I like them, man. The quality on these things are actually pretty nice. I didn't do like a full detailed review on these things, but one thing is I always hate about 13s is when they always take off the suede wrap midsole. I hate when they do that, but this here, they put like this rough material on here, or this rough like suede on here, which, is the same material on the upper here, which is, it's okay, it's fine. But the color blocking, the colorway is pretty nice too as well. But overall, these things are not going much over retail. So I think retail was like $200. These things are probably gonna start going under retail, to be honest. But I really like these things. I can't wait to rock these things. I'll probably rock these things next time I go down to Miami. Underrated collab that not a lot of people talk about, and I actually saw these things were sitting in outlets. The Air Jordan 2, I'm gonna butcher his name, Masa Shatu Maru. I think that's how you say it. Other than that, the quality of these things are actually pretty freaking nice. The colorway is actually really clean. I like the materials. I really like the apparel on these things. It actually was really nice. The apparel is actually better than the shoes, but this here is actually pretty nice too as well, man. It is an Air Jordan 2s. I know some Air Jordan 2s, some people don't like it, but this one is actually okay. And these things are not going over retail. Honestly, I think these things might be going under retail, but another underrated Air Jordan 2. The quality is pretty freaking nice on these things. So more collabs. We gotta talk about some more collabs, which is, it was a little hype. I don't want to say it was underrated, but they're definitely maybe flop. But another one, the DJ Khaled's Air Jordan 5. Like I said, man, especially the crimson colorway, they're actually going under retail in my size. So I actually might go back and buy the crimson colorway in my size. It probably later on in future dates in 2023, just because the price is kind of low. I actually like these things, and the quality on the shoe is very, very nice. It's because it's an Air Jordan 5. I'm not sure if Air Jordan 5s are that hyped up, but you know, like I said, it's good materials, it's good quality, we the best. But you know, colorway, I think a lot of people wasn't feeling. And then DJ Khaled, like, you know, was people really that hyped on DJ Khaled's like that? And they made a whole bunch of pair of these things, and yeah, these things kind of flopped, and they're kind of going under retail. To me, it's pretty underrated. So we'll get into some dunks too as well, where are going, you know, dunks are going over the retail price because dunks are so cheap. But I think the dunks are some on these dunks is not really going too high, which is kind of, you know, crazy. The SBs, which are the Why So Sad. Now, depending on sizes, obviously, are a little bit higher. My size 9, are going under 200. I think bigger sizes are around like low $200, which is not too crazy. I think these things retail for like 130 to like 140, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. I did end up getting a shock drop W from sneakers. Again, kind of underrated, because I thought these things were kind of like, a lot of people call these one of the best SBs out there, and I'm kind of surprised that these things are not like going crazy up in resale price like for this colorway. But love what the meaning of the shoe, the storytelling, like kind of telling of like in the awareness of, you know, mental health and child suicide. So I think it was a really good, and I really like the shoe. This is a really good looking shoe. The material's nice, the color blocking is nice. I love the icy sole. Why So Sad SB Nike Dunks. These are pretty nice, man. I'm actually really happy that I got a retail W on these things. And they're not going for crazy amount of money either. So another one, which is the Huffs. Now, this kind of came, I think the release date was like right in the middle of between Alma Maniere and Lost and Found during all that hype. So I think it kind of like, these kind of fell back. Obviously, these things did sell out because these things were only at like skate shops. And also the way how they released it, like it was only by a mystery. You didn't know what colorway you're getting, if you're going to get the San Franciscos or the New Yorks. The New York ones are going for a pretty decent amount of money. I think they're like at mid 200s. I think these are like at low 200s, or even some even touching high 100s. But I actually really like the San Francisco. Shouts to my hometown, San Francisco. You can actually cut the white leather off here, and it has that tie-dye look design on here, which is actually pretty dope. But if you look at the other Huffs Dunks out there, like the highs, they came out like a couple years ago. Those things are going for like 3 to 4 bands. Now, I'm not saying that the lows are going to do that type of numbers, but it just kind of tells you like these things are a little underrated compared to its predecessor. But still, I think these things are really, really nice. I've actually worn these when I was in LA. Pretty nice shoe. It got that whole black and white, can't go wrong with it. I might cut it out and do a custom, but I really don't like doing that when they have shoes like this. You know, I just like to wear it how it came out and just rock it like that. No, Jordan's been sitting all year, even OG colorways. You know, the fire red 3s were sitting in a lot of stores. I think they made a whole bunch of pairs, which is totally fine. And I think a lot of people like it that they're not going for a crazy amount of money. So if you guys want them, definitely get them now. Hey, this is an OG colorway, fire red 3s. We haven't got that Nike in the back on the fire red 3s in almost like 30 years. So this is something special that I think a lot of sneakerheads and a lot of sneaker enthusiasts should actually have in their collection. So if you don't have them now, definitely try to get these things while the prices are low. These things could go up and down. Who knows? I think threes will start to get some hype. I know a lot of people are excited for the white cement reimagines. Now, whenever, I think a lot of people gonna do some comparison like fire red threes, white cements, you know, yada yada. Hey, I say get both. Why not? You know, it's part of history. Two nice looking shoes. If you want to rock one all white, if you want to rock one with some white and a little bit of red, you know, can't go wrong with it. Like I said, man, this is a really nice looking shoe. These things are actually really, really dope. I was waiting for these things to come out for a long time. And I was really surprised that not a lot of people won't like these things, you know. I love them. I think these things are immaculate and nice. So, who knows when we'll get another pair of fire red threes with that Nike on the back like this, man. It might be another 10 years till we get something like this. So, get it now while the prices are low. Again, another underrated OG colorway, which is to my surprise. Now, the last one on my list that I gotta say is very underrated, which is kind of like the reason why I'm thinking that like Air Jordan 1s are definitely kind of dying out. Gotta be the yellow toe taxis. I mean, it had everything. The colorway is really nice. The material is really nice. Had the quality tumble leather, which we've been waiting for some Air Jordan 1s, like 2017 and 18, even like 15 and 16 were the great years for Air Jordan 1s. We had all great colorways, even in non-OG colorways, like when we got the Court Purples, the Bread Toes, the Pine Greens, and even the Shatter backboards. It kind of fits in with what they have going here. That's why I call it the Infinity Stone. What was it? You finish the Infinity Gauntlet right here. I guess you want to call this a Soul Stone or the Mind Stone right here. But again, I just couldn't believe these things didn't do any type of numbers. I mean, I think they're at like 200 or maybe like low 200s or something like that, which is crazy to me, man. Because like if these things would have came out back in 2020, these things would have been like 300 plus. But hey, it's all good. The price are low, so if you guys like them, definitely get these things now. I am planning to rock these things pretty freaking soon. I like this colorway. I like the materials. I think this is probably one of the best Air Jordan 1s, non-OG colorways that came out in 2022, man. So I was really excited for the shoe. Obviously, I don't think a lot of people will really care, but whatevs, man. I was happy to get these things, so that's all that matters. I figured I'd do this fun video for you guys. Like, I said, the month of January is pretty slow. Looking back at 2022, we had some great sneakers that came out. And it was during a time when sneakers are not really going for much. So why not take advantage of it while you can, while the price are not that crazy, you know what I mean? So I just say, if you guys have the time, you guys have the capital, go look back at some shoes that you possibly want that you didn't get last year and they're not going for crazy amount of money. Go ahead and cop them, get them for your collection, wear them, rock them, love them. And maybe, you never know, in due time, these things could do some crazy numbers, down the line. You don't know. There's some shoes in here that I think are gonna do pretty good numbers. Like I think these are gonna probably could go up. Same with these. Possible. Definitely these. I don't know about these because it just seemed like not many people really like Air Jordan 1s anymore. But hey, it's all good, man. It's more for me. That's all that matters. Anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if it's your first time here. Comment down below and please hit that bell for all the notifications when I do drop vids. And don't forget to follow me on all my social media at Jeremy Chris on IG, something on Twitter, and don't forget Snapchat. And I'm also on TikTok. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all, love y'all. I'm Jeremy Chris. Peace.